Okay, so I'm here in Boxing News 24, and the Will Aaron's guy, he's talking about that Eddie Hearn is uncertain about the Canelo versus Bivol fight, if it will happen or not. And yeah, they have about 6 weeks until the fight comes through, until fight night, until September the 18th, which will fall on the weekend of Mexican Independence Day, a very important holiday day or week for Mexican boxers, especially specifically Canelo, is as he's currently the top Mexican fighter out there. Uh, he's found himself in a bind. It's just crazy how the I mean, I guess yeah. It seems that he had Plan B with Dimitri Bivol, but I mean, with the whole plant deal that went off, they were expecting to take on Bivol or Bivol, however you say his name, as a replacement, but the guy's not ready for Canelo. At least not weight wise. The guy maybe he wasn't informed. Maybe they should have informed the guy a month prior from today. Maybe they should have told him, hey, in case this doesn't happen, we're gonna need you to step in. That way you could that way you can make those $10 million that Caleb was going to win. But unfortunately, I think the team Bible, like it sounds like the Bible. Team Bivol is they're not ready yet. The guy fights at 175, and I believe according to this article, they won. It says somewhere here. I believe I read it somewhere here. They want the guy, or maybe I read it somewhere else, but they want the guy to go down. That Canelo wants the guy to go down to 170. That's like 2 pounds shy from 168. And I believe this guy Bivol has a title. I'm assuming. I think it's the WBO. I'm not sure, but he has a belt at 175. My question is, can they still make it a title fight if they're gonna come down 5 pounds on the weight limit? It is understood that 175 is the weight limit, and of course boxers can weight lesser than that. I mean, that's the limit. 175 is the limit, and I believe there's like a minimum. Like that'll be the maximum, and then there's like maybe 169 is a minimum or something like that. But it's still shady stuff, and it's not how it's not something conventional. So it'll be interesting how Canelo can still weight drain this fighter here and still be able to take the belt at one of those belts at 175. I'm not sure if he won a belt from Kovalev, because he fought Kovalev at 175, but I don't remember if he won a belt from him, or maybe he did won it but then gave it back, or I'm not exactly sure. I would have to do research on that. But yeah, it's crazy. It's like 6 weeks, about 6 weeks from now until September the 18th, and Canelo does not have. He doesn't have. You see there you read. And I think this guy got his information from Boxing Social. I believe that's where if you check out that YouTube channel, you check out that YouTube video in particular, you would get a lot of information from Eddie Hearn. He's talking about they might not make the date, and that'll really suck. That'll really suck for Canelo. But maybe they should have planned things a lot better and a lot sooner. Especially when dealing on foreign land. And what I mean by that is dealing with PBC, who Canelo has never worked with. I do believe between them, I do believe that Canelo was wrong. He was asking for too much money, too many perks, too many rights, just too much. And PBC Al Heyman just felt that this it's too. It's they don't want to break the bank. They don't want to just give half of their savings to Canelo when he's only going to fight one fight with them. They probably Al Heyman probably believes that Canelo would just be a liability for PBC and someone that just really is not committed to stay on board. Unlike Pacquiao, who, in my opinion, is still slightly a bigger star than Canelo, if you're based off pay-per-view numbers and all of that stuff overall. And I believe Pacquiao took a lot less than a minimum of $40 million that Canelo's asking for the Caleb fight. Pacquiao, I think he got offered like $20 million to fight 3 fighters, a minimum of $20 million plus additional earnings, pay-per-view sales, I'm assuming, etc., etc. So yeah, it's we're waiting to see. We're waiting to see what happens, and maybe Canelo needs to drop the diva antics because the doors will start closing on him. That may be a little too soon to say, but the fact that he was having trouble with the zone, with Golden Boy Promotions, they had to let him go, and they had to just start dealing with one fight contracts because, again, Canelo's too much of a liability if you sign him on for many fights. And I believe that PBC Al Heyman has just learned that recently. They probably saw that Canelo is just asking too many things, and they realized that, man, you know what, we don't want to take these big risks of taking on this guy on board. PBC has been doing fine without Canelo, with their in-house fighters and everything. They're fine. They got plenty of fighters, plenty of super middleweighters. They could still bring what's that other guy? David Benavidez to fight Caleb, and maybe bring someone else on board to fight whoever's the winner of that fight, and so on. Maybe Badojak. No, but Badojak, he's from 175. Not sure, but anyways, we will see what happens. Even though I believe Canelo's been a diva for the past 3 or 4 years, I do believe that he does have a right. He's the greatest, one of the best boxers out there right now. Should be one of the most marketable. He's arguably pound for pound at the moment, and he fights a very exciting fight. He's you cannot take away his ring IQ, his power, his athleticism, everything. I mean, he's Superman in the ring, and that is something that I would never question. But of course, it's just his the way he deals, the way he negotiates, and everything. That is something that I am not okay with. It's something that is currently ruining his career. So, anyways, that's it for today, and hopefully something gets resolved, and hopefully he doesn't. I don't know if he doesn't fight Bivol. That fight is still up in the air, depending what happens if he can make the 170 catch weight in 6 weeks. If not, then who knows? I'm sure there's other 168 pounders out there. I think there's a Mexican fighter as well. I forgot his name, but he's also been wanting to fight Canelo for a long time. Anyways, subscribe if you like. Leave a like. Peace out. Good night.